Mr. Salafranca. I give the floor to Mr. Bostinaru.
Madam President, Mr. Commissioner, the conflict in Yemen has devastated the lives of millions of people and turned into a major humanitarian crisis. The country is slipping into famine, and this can only get worse as the conflict continues. And as you rightly mentioned before, now we have the cholera outbreak. Another major tragedy, a blow into the eyes of the humanity. The most important is to emphasize here that the Yemenis are starving because of the war. And this is a man-made disaster, and it is very brutal on civilians. Both parties are turning starvation into a war instrument, just a war weapon. Both parties are turning, in addition, I have and we have the uncomfortable feeling that the international community and the public opinion is turning their eyes from that dramatic conflict attracted by other major global events. It is a civilian war that is fueled and supported by regional actors, a bloody image of a Shia-Sunni conflict in the Middle East. Why it's important today to underline this fact? Because this conflict can be ended with goodwill and with the support of other major regional and global actors, including the European Union. And it's rightly to mention that Iran and Saudi Arabia, both being the more or less our partners, should pay attention and should assume their regional responsibilities, because the responsibility which is bearing on their shoulders, it's equally important to mention they can destroy it and they can devastate the whole region if the conflict will only continue. Dear colleagues, it's dangerous today to take a side, and at the end of the day, the only thing which should care it's about the Yemenis' life. And for that reason, I call, and I will stop immediately, I call on the first to pressure the two sides to stop immediately the conflict and to allow the humanitarian and medical aid. The second, to ensure full funding for the humanitarian response. And finally, the European Union should have a more important role in the political transition of Yemen. Köszönöm szépen.